Let me tell you something about the alpha wolf. The alpha doesn't beg. The alpha doesn't follow. The alpha leads. Not because someone handed it the crown, but because it earned it every single day with blood, sweat, and relentless discipline. The alpha is not the loudest in the room, it's the most focused. While others are barking, chasing noise, chasing validation, the alpha is working in silence, in the shadows, building, grinding, getting stronger. The alpha doesn't fear the storm, it is the storm. You want to be the alpha? Then stop looking for shortcuts. Stop waiting for someone to push you. Push yourself, tear down every excuse. Get up earlier, work harder. Outlast everyone. You have to be willing to suffer. You have to be willing to be uncomfortable. While the pack is sleeping, the alpha is hunting. While they quit, the alpha finishes. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you greatness. You have to take it.
You want to lead?
Earn it. You want to win. Bleed for it. Because the alpha doesn't just survive. The alpha dominates. The alpha wolf doesn't speak to impress. It acts to dominate. In a world full of noise, empty promises, and constant talking, the alpha stands apart by letting its actions do the talking. This mindset isn't about showmanship or trying to be seen, it's about building credibility through consistent performance. The alpha understands that words are cheap. Anyone can say they're going to succeed. Anyone can say they're going to rise to the top, but only a few back it up with real effort, real sacrifice, and real results. Leading by action means showing up early and staying late. It means doing the hard things when no one is watching. It means keeping promises made to yourself even when your body is tired and your mind is screaming to quit. Talk fades, but discipline leaves a mark. Every rep you push through, every challenge you conquer, and every time you show up without being asked, you send a message to the world about who you are. Not by shouting, but by proving. In the pack, the alpha doesn't need to bark to be feared or followed. Its presence commands respect because it's earned through years of doing what others won't. It doesn't seek permission to lead. It leads because it's already been through the fire. That mentality isn't about being aggressive for no reason. It's about being unshakable in your purpose. It's about leading by example, setting the tone, and becoming the standard others measure themselves against. If you're trying to lead people, inspire your team, or build something lasting, understand this: they're watching your feet more than your mouth. People follow consistency, they follow grit, they follow someone who does the work, not someone who just talks about the dream. Anyone can post quotes online or talk tough in a meeting, but when the pressure hits, the alpha is the one still standing, still grinding, still moving forward. So forget trying to impress people with your voice. Impress them with your work ethic, with your habits, with the way you refuse to break. Let your performance speak so loud that it drowns out every doubt, every critic, every excuse. That's how you lead. That's how you earn your place. That's the alpha way. Discipline is the backbone of the alpha wolf mentality. It's not something you turn on when you feel like it. It's who you are every day, no matter what. Discipline means doing what needs to be done, even when motivation has disappeared, when you're tired, when you're overwhelmed, when it's pouring rain or burning hot. Motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes like a breeze. But discipline is a decision. It's the steel that holds everything together when the world tries to pull you apart. The alpha doesn't wait for the perfect conditions, because the alpha knows there's no such thing. Every morning, before the world even opens its eyes, the alpha is already in motion. Whether it's training, working, building, studying, whatever the mission is, the alpha shows up. Not for applause, not for attention, but because the standard is set and it cannot be lowered. It's not about hype or adrenaline, it's about habits, repetition, reliability, doing what 99% won't do, through over and over again, until it's no longer hard, just normal. When you live with discipline, you don't make excuses. You don't negotiate with weakness. You don't let your emotions sit in the driver's seat. You execute. You wake up on time. You push yourself past your limits. You fuel your body right. You protect your mindset. You make sacrifice your routine. Because deep down you understand one truth: how you do anything is how you do everything. The alpha doesn't cut corners, because the alpha knows the cost of slipping once can be everything. The world is soft on comfort, but the alpha is hardened by consistency. While others are looking for hacks, shortcuts, and easy wins, the alpha is stacking days, day after day of discipline, stacking them like bricks, building something unshakable. There are no cheat codes in this mentality. It's just hard work done with military precision. Over time, that builds confidence. Just not fake confidence, but the kind forged from knowing you've earned every inch of progress, every win, every result. Discipline is the alpha's armor. It shields against failure, fear, and chaos. It's not loud, not flashy, and never easy, but it's always there. It's the reason the alpha leads. It's the reason the alpha wins. Because without discipline, everything falls apart. The grind is where champions are made. It's not glamorous, and it's rarely fun. But the alpha doesn't need it to be easy. The alpha just needs it to be worth it. Embracing the grind means falling in love with the process, not the reward. It means waking up and going to work when your body aches, when no one is clapping, when there's no spotlight, no trophy, just you and the work in front of you. That's where real growth happens. In the repetition, in the struggle, in the quiet hours when most people are sleeping or quitting or scrolling through distractions. But the alpha doesn't need it to be easy. The alpha just needs it to be worth it. Embracing the grind means falling in love with the process, not the reward. It means waking up and going to work when your body aches, when no one is clapping, when there's no spotlight, no trophy, just you and the work in front of you. That's where real growth happens. In the repetition, in the struggle, in the quiet hours when most people are sleeping or quitting or scrolling through distractions. Most people want the success but not the suffering. They want the results without the grind. But the alpha understands that the grind is the price of leadership, of domination, of legacy, and the alpha pays that price gladly. Because every drop of sweat, every moment of fatigue is building something no one can take away: resilience, power, control. And that's something the weak will never understand. They chase comfort. The alpha chases challenge. Silence is power. In a world drowning in opinions, distractions, and endless chatter, the alpha doesn't compete for attention, it controls it. While others are glued to screens, chasing likes, debating strangers, or trying to prove something, the alpha disconnects from the noise and locks in on the mission. The alpha understands that every ounce of energy wasted on things that don't matter is energy stolen from progress. You can't move forward if you're always reacting. You can't lead if you're constantly distracted. Focus is a weapon and silence is its shield. The noise comes in many forms: critics, comparisons, doubts, gossip, trends. But the alpha doesn't flinch. It knows that the loudest voices are usually the weakest. It knows that empty vessels make the most sound. So instead of fighting noise with noise, the alpha chooses clarity. No need to respond to every jab. No need to prove anyone wrong. Just stay locked in. Stay relentless. And let the results speak so loud they can't be ignored. Every time you pick your purpose over your phone, your plan over the drama, your discipline over the noise, you separate yourself, you create distance, you move from being reactive to being untouchable. The alpha doesn't need validation. It doesn't need permission. It doesn't care what the crowd thinks, because it's not trying to fit in, it's built to stand apart. That kind of mental clarity doesn't come easy. You earn it by making hard decisions every day, by cutting out the things that steal your focus, by choosing to protect your mind the same way you protect your home. Silencing the noise isn't about ignoring the world, it's about mastering yourself within it. It's about building such a strong internal compass that outside voices lose their grip. While the pack gets lost chasing the next trend, the alpha is executing day in and day out with ruthless consistency. And that's why the alpha wins, because while everyone else is talking, it's working. While they're distracted, it's building. While they're doubting, it's doubling down. The alpha knows that greatness doesn't come from attention, it comes from obsession. And obsession thrives in silence. So tune out the noise, dial in the focus, and let your actions echo louder than any voice ever could. There's only one way to rise above the pack: you outwork them. Not sometimes, not when it's convenient, every single day. The alpha doesn't just put in more hours, it puts in more intention, more effort, more heart. The alpha doesn't look at what others are doing and try to match it. It looks at what needs to be done and exceeds it. That's the mentality. You don't chase the average. You destroy it. You don't ask what's enough. You ask what's next. Because the alpha knows there's always more to give, more to push, more to become. Most people stop when they're tired. The alpha stops when it's done. That's the difference. That's the gap between ordinary and unstoppable. Anyone can work hard when they feel good. Anyone can show up once in a while, but the alpha is consistent. It shows up when it's tired, when it's hurting, when no one's watching. It stays late when others clock out. It finishes strong when others settle. That kind of mindset doesn't come from talent. It comes from grit, from hunger, from refusing to be outworked under any circumstance. You don't get to alpha level by doing the bare minimum. You get there by doing what others won't. By grinding through the early mornings, the long nights, the setbacks, and the solitude. You get there by mastering the small things when no one's cheering, when no one cares, because that's where character is built. The alpha treats every rep, every task, every opportunity like it's life or death, not because it's easy, but because the pack is watching, and more importantly, because the alpha is watching itself. Outworking the pack means making discomfort your normal. While others look for a break, you lean in. While they take a day off, you take a step ahead. While they wait for the right time, you make time. That mindset stacks up. Day after day, inch by inch, until you've built a distance they'll never cross. The alpha doesn't rely on luck, and it doesn't hope things will happen. It forces them to, through raw effort, through relentless discipline, through a work ethic so savage, so focused that the competition breaks long before the alpha does. Because in the end, the one who works the hardest is the one who owns the mountain. Being ruthlessly self-reliant means owning everything. Your time, your choices, your failures, your future. It means you stop waiting for someone to give you a break, a push, or a plan. You stop blaming your past, your circumstances, or other people. You take full control of your life. Because you understand one thing: no one is coming to save you. The alpha doesn't sit around hoping for help. The alpha builds. The alpha adapts. The alpha becomes the help. That kind of mindset doesn't come from comfort. It's forged through adversity, through standing alone and still standing strong. Most people want someone to lead them, to hand them the map, to bail them out when things get tough. But the alpha refuses to depend on luck or anyone else's handouts. It figures it out. It studies, trains, fails, learns, and keeps moving forward. That's the power of self-reliance. You become bulletproof. You stop needing permission. You stop waiting for motivation. You start acting with purpose. Every day, no matter how hard it gets, you know you'll find a way because you trust yourself, not blindly, but because you've proven it through discipline and action. Being ruthlessly self-reliant isn't about isolating yourself. It's about being prepared to stand alone if that's what it takes. You don't fold when no one believes in you. Become your own fuel. You remind yourself who you are and what you're made of, and then you go out and prove it over and over again. You build skills. You develop discipline. You eliminate excuses. Because when it's just you against the world, you need to be enough, and the alpha makes damn sure it is. When you're self-reliant, no failure breaks you. No setback defines you. You fall, you rise, and you keep coming. The alpha doesn't cry for help. It creates solutions. It doesn't wait for the right time. It makes the time right. This mindset separates leaders from followers, predators from prey. It's not about being cold or closed off. It's about being capable, about knowing deep in your gut that no matter what happens, you can handle it. And not just survive it, but rise above it, lead through it, and win because of it. That's what it means to be ruthlessly self-reliant. That's the alpha's edge. So now you know what it takes. The alpha wolf mentality isn't a title. It's a commitment. A relentless daily decision to lead, to endure, to rise above weakness, and to silence every excuse. It's not given. It's earned. Through action, through discipline, through the grind. While the world waits, the alpha moves. While the pack hesitates, the alpha strikes. So ask yourself, are you ready to stop talking and start building? Are you ready to suffer for the vision, to outwork, outlast, and outgrow everything in your way? Because the Alpha doesn't instead follow paths, it creates them. The Alpha doesn't instead fear the challenge. It is the challenge. Be the one they can instead ignore. Be the one they can instead break. Be the Alpha.